Hi, I'm Sam Given, starring as Tracy Mills in Legend of Georgia McBride. Stick with me as I get ready for my drag look. Great. So the most important thing about putting on your drag makeup is you have to have a good, sensible mug to drink out of. And this one is my tulip mug. It says, "Where flowers bloom, so does hope." And if that's not drag, I don't know what it is. There's gin in here with vermouth. Okay, so I've started with a base. I usually like to cry when I'm putting my foundation on, but that's all I've literally done because I didn't want to spare you from my favorite part, which is the powdering. Now, the more powder, the better. It's just like glitter or credit on a credit card. More is more is more. Be very liberal with it. And then you just let it sit for a little bit. Pat, 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 pat. I do tongue twisters during this time. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. I sing. I write. If I'm with another queen, we'll converse at this moment. But that looks pretty good. Okay, on to the next step.
Because you've got all of that on your face, do you have a daily skincare routine?
I have a daily skincare routine. Tears, saline tears have always helped to tighten the skin. It's my natural astringent. My other skincare routine is I like to do a nice wash at the end of the day, something my mother taught me, with nothing too crazy. I use hand soap. And my third thing is then I put a little butter on. Butter is a product that I use. It's a nice natural oil with all natural ingredients. I have very sensitive skin, so I like to take care of it. What we do first is, my favorite thing about putting on drag is I had a soap opera star teach me how to do it. And she said, always go under the eye. So I'm coming in on the lid like this. The one terrible thing about doing this is you have to see yourself at angles no one should ever have to see themselves. Especially as you get older, the skin just gets looser, which is why my husband holds the back of my neck when we're taking pictures.
What is the tallest pair of heels that you have?
6 inches. My mother bought them for me. My mother actually bought me all of my heels, and she didn't give me trainers. She started me in 6 inches and said, learn to vacuum in them and you'll be fine. And she was right. I don't know how she knew that because she's not a drag queen herself and she only wears flats, but have mother will travel. I finally became the daughter my mother never had, which is really sad for my sister. Okay, so now we go on to a little bit of mascara. My mother, here's another trick. When I started doing theater, my mother would always give me a little blush and a little mascara. And this is the brand she used. What is it? Great Lash by Maybelline. Classic. You don't need to go all out when simple products work just fine.
So speaking of that, is there a brand of makeup that you find underrated?
Well, I hate to break it to you, but I'm not very much of a makeup person. In fact, most of my makeup comes from people who give it to me as gifts. Like I have a whole Clinique line, a whole Gucci line, and I would say that although they're wonderful, I still stick to the stuff I get from the drugstore. It's just who I am. Because then I know that if I run out of it, I can just pop across the street, go in there indiscreet, and get what I need and come back home, and then save the Gucci stuff to look at. It's pretty in its little case. What do I do next? Oh, lashes. So you see how I have bags under my eyes? Instead of trying to cover that up with makeup, I cover it up with a lower lash. It's the best secret in town. Oh, there they are. I just bought these new lashes. They came right off of Amazon. They were only $5. It's amazing what you can find these days on the cheap. Can't get gum for that price. Gum costs $6.79. Don't ask me how I know. I buy it in bulk. Okay. So here's a lash. Looks like a caterpillar. Would have been more fun than the caterpillar we had to raise in 3rd grade, that's for sure. And then here is the glue duo, and you can get this at any drugstore you want. And what I do is, since I shake when I put this on, as does everyone, I like to just bring the duo to the lash. If you have a glue booger, you have to pull that out too. It's a dirty, dirty business. Okay. And I just move the glue along the lash. And even if this is liberal, you can wipe it off in the end. There are no mistakes, only weak choices. Jim, we need to get you in some of these for the show. Have you done drag before, Jim?
No, I have not. This face has not been clean shaven since I was 18 years old.
Oh, I love a bearded queen. I love a bearded queen. I feel like you'd be excellent. Okay, so we got the first 2 lashes on. You know where I learned how to do lashes, actually? Freaky Friday, the movie with Barbara Harris and Jodie Foster. When Barbara Harris turns into her daughter, she goes into the bathroom and she tries to put lashes on. And that's where I learned. You never know where you'll get influenced.
So, speaking of plastics, do you have like a dream role or a dream show you want to do?
Mama Rose. Mama Rose. I don't know if I could sing the part, so I might end up just playing the cow, but I identify with Mama Rose, the idea of being born too soon and starting too late. I always stuck out like a sore thumb when I was a kid. I was larger than life. People would call me too gay to function. And I had a hard time kind of identifying with people my own age. I was so lost in MGM musicals. And so I felt like I really missed the golden age of theater. And it feels like it's starting to come back, but my face is falling quicker and quicker. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up. So probably Mama Rose. I like Hello Dolly. So maybe Dolly Levi, Mame. And then when it comes to men roles, I love Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof. I can't help it. Half Jewish. And so you see what I did? No more eye bag. It's hidden by a caterpillar.
Brilliant.
And don't worry, the glue will dry and be hidden. One more to go. This is usually the most extensive part of the process, just getting these lashes on.
Well, so I have a visitor right now.
You really?
His name is Binks. Binks, say hello.
Binks, hello, Binksy. Let me see. Oh, hello, Binks.
I am not giving him my undivided attention, and therefore he's not happy. But one of the questions we got, bye-bye. One of the questions we got was, how long have you had Prince Philip, and where did he get that name?
What a good question. Prince Philip is my Maine Coon cat. He's 18 pounds and he's currently sitting outside my bedroom door because when I talk to other people, he'll bite my legs. So I let him stay out there. Prince Philip is 14. He just turned 14 years old. He and I moved in with my boyfriend, who's now my husband, 14 years ago. God, I was a child bride. And he was born on the Jeopardy lot at Sony Studios. And they named the litter after the British monarchy. And I wanted 2 cats that I didn't get. I wanted Bea and I wanted Arthur, so I could have Bea Arthur. But instead I ended up with Philip and Arthur. And Philip is the love of my life. I didn't know I was a cat person until I had him. And he acts like a dog. He just kind of follows me from room to room. Now I'm taking a little bit of liquid eyeshadow. I'm giving you the quick on-the-go drag look. This is like, you know, you woke up late and it's 20 minutes to places. And you still have to find your props and set them. So I put on a little eyeshadow and I don't worry about it too much because, let's be honest, the lashes are gonna cover my eyelids anyway. But for the sake of really getting into character, which I like to do, I will give myself a golden shadow right here. And you just go up, 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 up. Cut the eyelid. Oh, smoldering. when you're doing drag makeup, you have to love yourself. So even if you screw up, you'll have to go, damn, you're pretty. Because I don't know about you, but I spent many a day looking in front of a mirror wishing I was somebody different. And it wasn't really until I started embracing drag or embracing myself that I was able to look myself in the eyes in the mirror and say, I love you, you're gorgeous. Eyeshadow is on. These are on, and now what I do for this is I take some black eyeliner. You're editing this, right, Jim? Okay, I'm taking a little black here, and I'm just going underneath and filling it in. This is what I learned from one of my drag mothers, Hedda Lettuce. And for those of you that don't know, a drag mother is someone that kind of takes you in and teaches you the art of drag, very much like the legend of Georgia McBride. She taught me how to do double lashes. Her name is Hedda Lettuce, and she's outrageously funny. And her whole theme is green. Everything is green. Her hair, her dress, her heels, her nails. According to the rule, according to the script in Legend of Georgia McBride, your drag name on the fly is where your mother was born for your first name, and the name of the first girl you kissed for your last name. And mine did not turn out well. It was San Jose Tessie. I was like,
Do you have any tips on maintaining mental health when starting in this industry, especially having to deal with audition after audition after audition?
oh, I was just talking about this the other day. I have a few pieces of advice for new performers. I'd say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. As in, don't put all of your worthiness and your validation in what you do. Put it in who you are. And that means harvesting really good relationships with people, friendships with people, routines, and having interests outside of performing. I'd say the second thing to do for mental health is to go to therapy if you can afford it. But if not, to share honestly with your friends at all times, if you can. And thirdly, what really saved me and what helped me develop a sense of self-preservation and also creative artistic license was learning to create my own work. And in doing that, I found out that I was an artist regardless of if I was offered a role or not, because I was practicing it every single day and creating my own work, which was incredibly rewarding, something I thought I would never do. I wish I had started that earlier because I think I would have enjoyed my 20s a little bit more. Well, let me take you to the next thing, I guess. My eyes, they're done. I mean, if you can't see me from the back row of the theater, then you need to get your eyes checked. Or a pair of binoculars. Next, I like to go on to the lip. I do a little bit of a lip liner. Some queens like to overdraw, but I like to accentuate my natural features. I like to preserve the idea that, yes, there is an illusion, but there is still a man in this dress. And that's exciting to me. So I put in a little lip liner just to define my lip. And now I'm gonna whip out my Louboutin. You were talking about favorite brands. Well, this was a gift from somebody. It's a necklace that looks like lipstick. And it's smeared on the sides because when I was a kid, my mother used to let me eat lipstick, which explains a lot. And now I just can't help it. Whenever I see it, I give it a good snack. So my lipstick preferences are totally based off of taste. Now that is a bright red. I like to follow that up with a little bit of gloss. It'll sparkle.
Was there ever an audition that you went in for and you thought, yes, I got this, and then it didn't pan out?
I have a better one for you. I was in our show for 3 years, and then I read online that I had been replaced. No one from the creative team had reached out to me. I got to read about it online with everybody else, and I'll tell you, that was really painful because I thought I had it. I thought it was mine. And that's what I was referring to when I was talking about developing a work-life balance, because since all of my worthiness and all of my worth was in that role, I crumbled when it was taken from me. But then again, because that happened, I learned to create my own work. I think going into auditions, you can never tell what's going on behind the table. And luckily I've been able to sit behind a table a few times myself. And even when you do the most beautiful work, the offer can already be out to the director's brother. It's just how the way the world works. So what I focus on doing when I go into auditions is booking the room, getting on the radar of the people behind the table and doing good work, because it's an opportunity to perform. And that's it. And then when I leave, regardless of it happening or not, I let it go. And I say, if the universe wants to bring this to me, it will. And if not, I'm off to get my eyebrows done. What helps me is rewarding myself after an audition, and then I don't think about the results as much. I'm almost done with my look. All I'm gonna do now is just a little bit of blush, which is my favorite part because you can be as liberal or as conservative, see what I did there, as you want. But it's all about defining your cheeks. And then here's another trick for drag. Up here, you can never have too much blush. Never! I'm a blushaholic. Someone send me somewhere. A little here, a little here. The makeup is done. Are we ready for a little bit more transformation? We're almost there. We're gonna do these. Earrings. I'm going for a sensible pearl clip-on. Aging me up a little bit. It's more of my Mama Rose look. Sing out, Louise. And then I just take this little flop of a wig, give her a little shake. Shaky, shake, 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 shake. And I plop her on. And already the sound of my voice starts to change, because that's the way wigs work. They come with voices. You can only imagine what comes with heels. And I'll be right back. Last step. Every wig needs a bird. I think I'm ready. I'll see you all at the show.